Ladies and gentlemen, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome the Three Stooges.
Maestro. Gentlemen. 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 Start your engines. Success. Success.
Here we go, Darrell.
Yes, sir, man. Out here in Southern California. Boys have been anxious to get this thing going. Want to beat the weather, beat the track, beat each other. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Biffle tries to thread the needle between the two Toyotas. He's got a good run. Lined up behind Kyle Busch now and looking.
I tell you,
Stewart won the battle with Kevin Harvick. They went at it. Looked like Smoke put a slide job on Harvick down in the middle of the corner as they battled. Here's a look. And
I'm sorry. That was Tony saying, hey, bud. And that's Harvick saying, I'll push you on the straightaway now, but you do that again, I'm going to push you in the corner.
Which is what he did to Jimmy Johnson on the last lap a year ago to win the race.
Stewart. Wow, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon.
That supports what you were just talking about right there.
Yep.
But yeah, talking about Jeff Gordon in the 24 cars, we see Denny Hamlin trying to do that slide job on Tony Stewart right there. Jeff Gordon searching for speed in that 24 car all weekend long. I think they finally found it yesterday late in the practice. Started 21st. He has now cracked the top 10.
Well, let's see if it's deja vu all over again between Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin's going to be ready for it this time.
Stewart goes low.
Well, that's not a slide job here. This is just you're one groove and I'm another. It's not so much a slide job here. It's that when you overdrive the corner and slide up in front of a guy. That's a slide job.
Catching Hamlin 1 lap ago, Stewart was 2/10 quicker. Maybe 2/10 isn't quite enough.
But it's almost like, Darrell, when another driver catches a driver like Tony Stewart did, now it looks like he's going to complete the pass here. Because he kind of takes your line away, it just takes you a while, I think, to set him up, doesn't it?
Well, the guy, Denny Hamlin, knows that Tony is overdriving his car to make that pass. And I know what Tony would be saying, and I know what Hamlin's probably saying. Why do you want to take a chance like that this early in the race? But then remember, it might rain.
What this set of green flag pit stops do, what it'll do for them, Dick, is this puts them where they can get to halfway.
And that's the game plan for absolutely everybody, Larry. They are all thinking halfway. A minor adjustment for Jeff Gordon, who is loose in and out of the corners as well. He is motored to the lead from his 21st starting position today.
There is a line, no, make that a wall of rain, about 10 to 12 miles to the west of us, of which all the spotters on the roof are very aware. The reason the halfway point of this race is important is that even if it rains, NASCAR has the option of waiting out the rain and restarting the race. But the important thing is, once we get past the halfway point, this race will be over today. One way or another, we would not come back tomorrow.
Free it up a little bit to try to get Kevin a little bit better as far as that's concerned. Now we got
lead change. Stewart to the front. Kyle comes right back to the bottom. Montoya just ahead. Who's going to have this into turn 1?
Looks like Stewart's got the best line on the outside right there. And his car, Stewart's car after about 10, 15 laps really comes alive. It's like he hits the afterburner. Kyle, on the other hand, he starts to lose a little speed after about 10 or 15 laps.
Now here is Kyle having difficulty lapping Montoya, who's really working hard to stay on the lead lap. And that opened the door, or rather, that kept that door closed, and here came Stewart.
Yeah, well, it broke Kyle's momentum there just enough that Tony was able to chase him down. And here comes Smoke. Look how much faster. Closing fast because Kyle had to get out of the gas to stay off of Montoya.
Yeah, Stewart came into the corner 10 to 12 miles an hour faster, had to whoa up. Not sure which way Kyle was going to go on Montoya. And it finally settled out in favor of Stewart, who now leads Kyle Busch by half a second. Not a lot of room right there, was there?
I'm not so sure, Mike. I can't get a good look at that 18 car, but I think he may have scraped the wall at some point here in the last little bit.
Let's have a look at this. Watch where it says Auto Club Speedway. That ball is white.
Yeah,
and
there you
now
go.
It's not.
I'm not so sure, Mike. I can't get a good look at that 18 car, but I think he may have scraped the wall at some point here in the last little bit. But one thing I'm noticing, if he did, it's like he's regrouped. And now his lap times are actually a little bit better than Tony Stewart. And here we come to lap 100. And
the cross flags will be a welcome sight for everyone in the NASCAR garage area. And there they are.
Halfway this time, halfway.
That means that even if this race becomes rain delayed, one way or another, it will become official today. After leading for the second time today, Jeff Gordon comes to pit road, Dick.
And the fact that he has been able to stretch his fuel to this point, Mike, may prove important later in the day as the rain comes nearer. They're going to try to get the car so that it will run better in the bottom. The bottom lane is where Jeff Gordon says he is being beat.
About took his gas man there back out on the racetrack with him. He was trying to get every bit of fuel that he possibly could. Let's take a look at it here. See, they're changing the left side tires, trying to pack that car of Jeff Gordon's full of Sunoco race fuel, and he just didn't get it out, barely at the last minute.
Now, look at the white line.
Yeah.
That results in a penalty because equipment was removed from the pit box.
Equipment here. Just got to do a stop and go.
Yep.
Wow.
You want to do it? Right away, as soon as you can.
So,
Looks
Mike,
like
that's about
okay.
7 mistakes we've seen made.
Yep.
5 drivers speeding, Jamie McMurray with loose lug nuts, and now Jeff Gordon dragging equipment from his pits.
There's 3. Don't stop the rain at 3.
We got weather here, boys.
Raindrops in turn number 3 put us under caution for the very first time today.
There you go.
There it is. Well, some of these leaders must think the rain is going to... Oh, Stewart! He threw the feint on Denny Hamlin, and I don't know if Hamlin was committed or not, but boy, Stewart sure gave it the old drop, dive, and recover right there.
I think old Smoke's been using every trick in his bag today.
I think so, too. Let's see. Is it raining or is it not? Here comes Stewart into the pits.
But Hamlin is pretty committed right there. I mean, he's down there. He's pretty committed. If anybody got snookered, it might be the 18 car not deciding what to do.
There's another look at it.
You see Hamlin, there's no question in his mind he's coming.
And one driver I saw that seemed like he was not committed. He was not playing their games. Jeff Gordon in that 24, he looked like he definitely was going to stay out, and he did.
And another miscue on pit road. A tire rolled away from Matt Kenseth's pit. Penalty for the 17.
Well, as we see Jimmy Johnson, his car is smoking.
Yeah, what's going on there? That's got to be an engine problem of some sort.
Fluid or oil coming up?
Yeah, that looks like it's something under the hood, and the smoke's coming out the back of the car. What a terrible break for that guy. Unless it could be a great break. It starts raining a little bit heavier, and he gets a red flag right here. Maybe it saves him.
Yeah, he was inside the top 10. Let's take a closer look and see what happened if we can determine. Not much.
You know, you wonder if he picked up some debris. It's so late in the race, you wouldn't think an oil line had worked its way loose. Maybe perhaps some debris off the track cut an oil line.
Let's check in with Chris Devoto.
Well, Chris, I'm down here in the 48 pit. They have had a little bit of radio kind of feedback all day long, but they had found out about the smoking situation basically from other teams. The 88, their teammate said, hey, why are you guys smoking? Jimmy, if he was trying to tell Chad, Chad couldn't hear. Chad just complaining about the radio situation. They're trying to figure out what the issue is right now. They were one of the teams that came in to pit, just making a small adjustment. But right now, they're as confused as anyone. Helmet's just going on the crew. They're trying to figure it out as we speak.
All right, well, thanks, Crystal. Let's listen in on the radio communication for Jimmy Johnson's crew.
We got oil coming out of our car somewhere. Yeah, you got oil leaking somewhere.
Because we do?
Yeah.
What makes you say that? Why do you say that?
Well, because 17 told us we did, and there's smoke coming out of the back of it.
Yeah, smoke coming crazy. Yeah, we got a problem somewhere.
What exactly happened inside your race car?
We're not exactly sure, but either a piece of debris hit an oil line and knocked the fitting off, or clipped the line and snagged it, and we clipped an artery. Bottom line, it's losing blood fast. It's either that or possibly an oil cooler. Something happened there. I really don't know what had happened. I'm just kind of idling along, and my friends pulled up alongside of me, and we're pointing, said, "You're smoking," and I heard it over the radio, and I could obviously see it and smell it, but I don't know what really caused it yet. So it's just a wild event, change of events, because when I came to pit road and took 4 tires, I wanted it to dry up real quick, and now I'm sitting here praying for rain. So as I'm sending these signals to the man upstairs, he's really confused what I've been asking for in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
And Tony Stewart, officially the winner. Red flag rain, a rain-shortened, first ever rain-shortened race here at the Auto Club Speedway, but the second win this season already for Tony Stewart in just 5 races.